Hey everyone, we wanted to get you caught up on our life and what we're up to these days as we resurrect this YouTube channel and start posting more regularly. We were in Bend, Oregon for 9 months, and I got to baptize a friend there, which was absolutely incredible. And we got to enjoy the Cascade Mountains with its own unique beauty and rivers and the last blockbuster there is in the United States, I believe, which is pretty wild. And this is a view from Pilot Butte in Bend, Oregon, which gives you a great view of the Cascade Mountains and the different peaks that you can see from a long ways away. The high desert has its own beauty for sure. And there's Joni and I. We had a good time in Bend. It was a good place for us to rest, to kind of recoup and rejuvenate. It was the time where this ring with wood was worth a lot because wood prices were so high after the pandemic. And here's Solomon holding a goat. We went to southern Idaho to check it out, to see if that's somewhere we wanted to live. And we ended up on this farm where the children got to play with the goats, which was awesome. And there's horses there. Our daughter loves horses. She is absolutely in love with them. She loves riding and anything with horses she loves. And we took a pit stop at the river where our little guy was doing his gymnastics and parkour fun stuff. And I think that's a frog we found. And yeah, there's my love and I hanging out by the beautiful river. So we checked it out. The thing we didn't like about southern Idaho was that there was a lot of hills but no trees. The only place trees were down by the rivers. So, and reservoirs were the only lakes. So we decided to fix up the bus. We needed a new radiator, fix that. We got a little photo shoot before we ended up leaving Oregon. We felt like the Lord was calling us out of there. After 9 months, we just knew something wasn't quite right. That wasn't the place for us. So this was one of our last things that we did, is this photo shoot by the falls, which was pretty awesome. And during this whole journey, there's been a lot of ups and downs, but it's overall been a faith journey as I repaired the exhaust of the bus, which gave Joni carbon monoxide poisoning prior to that, and it was really smoky there as well. So now this is the Cedar Street Bridge, and it's ended up being where we put our businesses. When we were driving through, this is North Idaho now, we stopped to check out the landscape and drive by this beautiful lake. Check that out. Not my mug, but the lake. And this is the suite we ended up getting in that bridge for our businesses, which we had to renovate. It was storage, so we had to pull all these boxes out and then fix it up so we could have our businesses in there and start all over after basically 3 years on the road, not having a home. We started over again with our businesses, and it overlooks the Sand Creek, which is really pretty. This is inside the bridge and some of the sunrise from that time when we're getting up early and fixing up that suite so we could start renovating it and starting our business again. And we love Idaho. This is like the people's freedom state, of course. Laying flooring, fixing up found items. We didn't have all the work was by our own hands, so we had some scars for it. And yeah, anyway, we just kept focusing on getting everything accomplished and done so we could open our business and enjoy this absolutely stunning place that's full of life. The housing's a little difficult here, but the landscape, the outdoor recreation is amazing, at least for the spring, summer, and fall. Winter, not so much, unless you like to ski. But as we were parked in the bus, we saw this amazing woodpecker. I don't know, do you guys know what kind it is? I've never seen this before. It looks like a pileated, but different, like almost an albino pileated. I don't know. It probably has a name. I don't know it. If you do, throw it in the comments. I thought it was pretty cool. So, yeah, we ended up in the mountains with the bus, where we got to meet some new friends, take in some experiences, do some hiking, pick wild mushrooms, and we ended up staying there until the weather got pretty cold. But in the meantime, we got to pick some mushrooms and enjoy all the bounty that the mountains have to offer. There's seriously so much food in the mountains, just waiting for people to grab them. So, as we were just contemplating our next move, we're always trying to look for, where can we live? We were looking for a permanent place to dwell so we can start our ministry and start our life going. And so we had searched a property that this tree was close to, and one of the only maples in the area. And we were just searching and searching. And here I am at my jewelry studio bench once we got everything set up, and some of my work. So that's what I do for making some income for the family. And there's the beautiful lake once again. And this, have you seen this kind of moss? It's like, look at that color, it's awesome. We've just been floored by the beauty here of the landscape and the people. Copper has been something I've been working with lately, and this is part of my Genesis collection of rings, and more copper cuffs with natural patinas, and more sterling silver rings from my collection. So I'll just let these play on, and you guys can scope out some of my work. If you're interested, let me know. We'll throw a link in the comments, or in the description of the video, I should say. And if you are in need of anything having to do with jewelry, I can make it for you. Our ministry is our main goal, so that's what we're really focusing on here. But my wife does have her own makeup and skincare that she developed. It's her own brand, as she does her hair and makeup business. But yeah, it got pretty cold in the bus. We had snow, and we had to move out of it. It was just too cold, and condensation was in the bus. Here's a beaver gnawing on some branches during the winter. It was pretty fun to watch. I haven't seen a beaver since Minnesota, so that was cool to watch. And here is Owen Benjamin. Ran into him at the gas station. Here we got stuck with our trailer and the ample snow that fell last winter. This is winter 2021. And here it is coming off the roof. It was a lot of snow. And that pretty much sums up the winter. It's full of snow. We got one huge snow and buried the car. Had to have a tractor to pull us out. And here's looking outside the window of the cabin we were in. As you can see, the snow is really deep. But there's still fresh water flowing in the mountains. And it's everywhere. Life is just teeming in this place, seriously. Between the fish, wildlife, foraging, and beauty, there's just so much that this landscape has to offer. God really made it beautiful. And so we try to get out and enjoy it during the winter as much as possible. And our son, here he is doing more strength and gymnastics type exercises. He's been gifted, so we're trying to figure out what to get him into.
Nice.
And they've been working out and trying to remain fit. Here's a moose in town. Doesn't look too healthy, actually. That was last late winter, early spring. But it's pretty shaggy. I don't know if it's just its coat switching over to a summer coat, or it is not doing well. I'm not sure. But that was a first, an up-close encounter with the moose. Yes, we were in the car. We were not standing next to it because they can be dangerous. I can never take enough photos or video of this lake. It's stunning, literally. So yeah, as the spring came, more birds were showing up, the loons came back, and we spent more time at the lake. Our son doing more of his thing at the beach. Haven House Ministries is what we're here to do, and it's helping marriages through, we help marriages through interactive counseling. basically. And we put the bus up for sale, and then we took it off the market again because we had to live in it. And the bald eagles are everywhere up here. And Joni launched her own hair care line this summer, which has been great. Here's some Idaho gold mined in Idaho. And the lake once again. In the summer, this place is incredible. And we did travel to Montana to do a Spartan race, and that's where this is taken. I ran a 10K Spartan race, which was an amazing challenge and something I hadn't done before. That's the longest race I've done. And the boys participated as well. They took first in their heats, which was really cool. Yeah! And here was the hardest part of the journey where I was cramping up. And they had a photographer there taking photos as I was struggling. Barbed wire crawls. It was a good time. And like I said, the life is teeming here. The honeybee. Here we have some more copper with diamonds. Fresh out of the studio. If you guys need something, let me know. This was our garden. It isn't much, but it's all we could do in the bus. And starting to soak up some sunshine. Haven House Ministries is what we're all about. That's our main focus here as we try to have fun and goof around and enjoy ourselves. This is the front of the Cedar Street Bridge where our businesses are. And we did get to do some fishing last year. These are some panfish that the children caught, and it was cold and rainy pretty much all of June, so we didn't get much summer until July and August last year. And I cut my finger again, but Heliochrysum is awesome for stopping the bleed. At the beach, we tried to get as much beach time as we possibly could because the summer was so short. So a lot of beach time. And we did some cliff jumping and swimming and just overall trying to enjoy the water. That's from Minnesota. We're used to the water. We're used to being around the lakes, and that was a big draw for us here. Is the clean, beautiful water and being able to immerse ourselves in it, be around it, and just enjoy the life that it brings. Here we are. This is an awesome dock that somebody put a motor on, and he cruises down the creek with this amazing party boat. More beach time. And we did do some cooking in the bus. I think these are scones, huckleberry scones possibly, that I made. And we had our silky chickens are coming with us. And no, we're not just meant to pay bills and die. Life is so much more than that, like juicing. So we did a lot of juicing this summer too, which was awesome. And this guy's living his best life. Look at that little rig. Here's a video I made of jewelry making processes where I'm annealing a ring and then quenching it in cold water to make the metal more malleable and soft so I can set a diamond. Or actually, I think this was an agate in that one. Yeah. It's pretty cool. The whole process is fun there's the finished ring. Turned out really well. And the customer is super happy too. But that's what I do. I'm a goldsmith, silversmith, but that's just what I do for Federal Reserve notes. That's not like, it's good what I'm good at, but it's not like my main focus in life, I should say. And another beautiful river we floated down this summer and enjoyed. And here's when we were huckleberry picking. We ended up at this lake and caught a couple trout. It was an amazing hike. Actually super thick huckleberry bushes on both sides of us while we were hiking. And so we picked a bunch, ate a bunch, and then ended up going fishing at this lake. And here is the result of that hike. So this is our thumbnail picture, actually. I took it from this photo. And the children love being outside, love foraging. They're outdoor children. We don't have any video games. We don't play any of that stuff because we're just trying to live outside and be silly. And there her chickens hatched some little chicks, which was really cool. So the smoke, it was really smoky this summer, and we ended up going on a little family getaway. As you can see, it's really smoky in the background, but a little fishing / getaway for a few days. And here's where it all began, in front of the bus before we left on our journey. We're so thankful you guys have followed us through this time, and it's been a couple years. So what we're going to do is start sharing with you our experience and sharing with you things we've learned along the way and things that we have known for a while but haven't made public or shared that I think will be super helpful for everyone on here. So keep checking back for updates, for new videos, and we're going to share our knowledge in the things God has taught us along the way, as well as a lot of practical things that we've been coming into lately, and for the last few years actually, with living more naturally, living in tune with God's creation and his timeline and how things actually work in life. And getting back to the real world, like you're seeing in these photos and videos, that is where it's at. It's not on these screens or behind in our cubicles or anything like that, but it's getting out and living amongst these amazing places that He created and utilizing everything that He gave us to live. So thank you for joining us, and we're excited to share with you guys more about our journeys, our ministry, our life, and hopefully help you along the way and encourage you to keep going. Don't give up. This is not our final destination even. So this life is an amazing experience and a test and a testimony to who you are and who you're created to be. So, oh man, we're excited to get this going again. And through our travels, we had to take a break. Many blessings to you all. This is Adam, the First Man, and we will talk to you again soon. Have a great one.